Hello. So this is question 2 of the November 2016 intermediate tier paper. You can see it's a true or false question. We need to pick whether these statements are true or false. We're going to need to consider a few things to figure those out. So we'll get started. 20% of 70 then, we need to find what that is. Now 10% of 70 is 7. So I would multiply by 2 to get 20%. So I've got 7 times 2, which is 14. So 20% of 70 is 14. On the other side then, I've got 70% of 20. Well, 10% is 2. I'm going to multiply by 7. So I've got 7 times 2, which is 14. I've got the same answer both times there. So that is in fact true. Half of an eighth is the same as an eighth of a half. So I'm going to cross this out and I'm going to use multiply there because of means to multiply. So I'm doing a half times an eighth. When multiplying fractions, we're just multiplying the denominators. So here I've got 2 times 8 gives me 16, and you can see on the other side I have the same numbers, so this is going to give me 8 times 2 equals 16. Again, got the same answer both times, so that one is true. A number is halved, the answer is halved, and then this answer is halved again, so we're halving 3 times. This gives the same answer as dividing the original number by 6. I'm going to go to the bottom of my page here just to try and work through this. So I'm going to start with the number 24, and if I divide by 2 I will get 12. If I divide by 2 again I will get 6. If I divide by 2 for the third time I'll get 3. Now, if that was to be the same as dividing by 6, then coming over here, 24 divided by 6, I would expect to get 3, but of course I'm actually getting to get the answer of 4. So that is not the same answer, therefore that is false. Similar way of working this out with the next one. Dividing a number by 15 is the same as first dividing by 10 and then dividing the answer by 5. Well, I'm going to go for a number I know is divisible by all of those numbers, which is 150, and if I divide it by 15 I'll get 10. But if I try and do 15 divided by 10 I would get 15. And then if I divided that again by 5, I would get 3. Those are not the same, so that is false also. Okay, multiplying a number by 2.5 is the same as first multiplying by 10 and then dividing the answer by 4. I'm going to start with 10, and if I multiply 10 by 2.5 I'll get 25. But if I try and multiply 10 by 10 first of all, I'll get 100, and if I then take 100 and I divide by 4 I'll get 25. So in that case I did get the same answer both times, so that statement is true. So having looked at each of the 5 statements, you can see that what you should see is a pattern of true, true, false, false, true. Okay, hope this helps. Give a thumbs up to the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.